Hey guys, it's Kelly with the Garden Whisperer. If you're unfamiliar with what I do, I design flower beds and garden beds for homeowners where they can either install it themselves or they can hire a landscaper if they're choosing to install it for them according to the design plan. So today's video is on another highly deer-resistant perennial. It is called Common Boneset. And as you can see, it has these pretty white flowers. Foliage is not the best, but if you look at the plant overall, it still is really pretty. It's got that wildflower kind of look. Now, for the most part, the deer have left this alone. I'm not going to say they haven't tried and they haven't nibbled. You can see right there they took a piece out. So a couple pieces here and there they took. Polite people say they're curious. No, I say they're scum sucker jerk faces. Because they just will try everything. So, no, you're not curious. You're just jerks. You're scum sucker jerks. So anyway, so this bone set gets about, the height that it is now, it's like 4 feet tall and I believe 6 feet wide. It likes part shade to full sun or part sun to full sun. I don't know why they even say that, part sun or part shade. It's pretty much the same thing. I think it's like 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. 6 to 8 is full sun, so I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, so it likes at least 4 to 6 hours of sun. If more, that's fine too. And it likes moist soil, likes a little moisture, not too wet, not too dry. Trying to think what else. I believe the pollinators like it too. And I don't know. Oh, and it blooms like late summer into fall, which we are, this started blooming. God, the blooms actually stay on it for a long time. I think this started blooming, God, at least a month ago. I'd say anywhere from like 3 weeks to a month, and it's still going strong. And it's still putting on, as you can see right here, some new flowers, some new buds. So it's still producing. And here's some more down here. If you could see right there. So it's still, why is that blurry? So it's still producing more blooms. So, yeah, and that's pretty much it. So if you want some fall flowers, it's good for the pollinators, it's good for the birds, along with the cone flowers. I leave those, the seed heads on. They're dying back at this point. I leave them on for one so they can reseed like it did last year. I love it. I'm going to have new cone flower plants. Well, I do already, but they haven't gotten to blooming yet, but they will. For one, I leave them on for reseeding for new plants, and the seeds the birds like in the fall and winter time. And same with the Joe Pye weed. So overall, I think this little garden is coming along. It's taken some time, but I kind of like how everything looks against the indoor room divider trellis that I made. So if you saw my other video, you can see how I made that. And the rose, because roses are not deer resistant, although they have left it alone most of this year. And just a couple weeks ago, like a week or two ago, they got at it. And that is because, and I say it every single time, every year, the end of August to early September, the deer get into this crazy psycho mode of, oh my God, I'm not going to have any food to eat. And they start eating everything. And even with my deer resistant spray and my deer sticks, they still got at it, but luckily they didn't take the whole plant out. And as you can see, that red little shoot there, that's new foliage coming out, and same with the one below it. So, and there's some more right there, the red. So they didn't completely take it out, but they do eat it because they just get nuts in the head. And the one thing that I did notice, and here's a perfect example, these are yarrow, and when deer will eat plants that they normally do not like, or in the fall, like we are now, like I said, we're September, I think, 16th, 2024, they always go for the middle of the plant. And the reason they go for the middle of the plant is because that is where all the new growth is, the young new growth, and young new growth is high in nitrogen, which is why deer go for the middle of the plants. They go for that first. They don't really ever touch the outer lying foliage. The older foliage, it's only the middle of the plant, especially for plants that they normally do not eat. But in the fall, they will start to eat it, even if they've left it alone spring and summer. And they usually, like I said, they'll go right for the middle of the plant because overall they don't really like to eat these. But when they think there's no food or there's going to be no food, even though you can see all the weeds, you think they would eat the weeds or the ferns. No. I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. But so that's what they do. They'll go right for the new foliage, right in the middle because it's high in nitrogen. And they did both of them, but the yarrow is pretty awesome. It's coming right back with all new foliage, but you could see like there's one that was chipped off. You could see all of them here. They're all like bites from them. But as you can see, there's new foliage here and here, so I'm not worried. And we've got the first blooms this year. I just planted these last year, and they're starting to bloom, and this one's just coming up, and it's going to be a peachy color. They go from like a reddish corally to a peachy color to a light pink, and then to kind of like a yellowish, and then just almost white like these are, which I'm probably going to have to deadhead this soon because you can see it's starting to die back. Oh, here's a perfect example. You can see the peachy color here. This is called Sassy Summer Taffy. So, very pretty. And like I said, the fact that I'm already getting blooms and it's only the second season that they've been planted, that's awesome, awesome, awesome thing. So anyways, okay, so that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to show another highly deer-resistant perennial Common Boneset. And that is it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in hiring my design services, you can reach me at www.the-garden-whisperer.com. Until next time, guys, happy gardening. Talk to you soon. Bye.